The final installment of the Creation Care series examines the relationship between creation care and a Christian's call to care for the poor among us. While the connection is perhaps not immediately evident, it doesn't take much reflection to realize that the poor are often the first to feel the effects of a mismanaged world, and that they experience those effects the severest. In fact, there's a term that refers to the disproportionate effect of the lack of creation care on the poor and minority populations of the world. It's called environmental injustice. And I would agree that injustice is a perfect description in light of something I came across in the book of Psalms. This is Psalm 37, verse 21, and it says, "The wicked borrow and do not repay, but the righteous give generously." What does that have to do with creation care and the poor? Well, most of the largest consumer markets, countries like the United States, China, and Japan, are also the top polluting countries. What we consume, we repay with pollution, instead of being a blessing to those without adequate resources. So in other words, we borrow from the world, and instead of repaying with generosity, we repay with pollution that harms the poorest and the most vulnerable. What God desires for us is what is recorded in another psalm. This is Psalm 112, and it says, "Goodwill will come to those who are generous and lend freely, who conduct their affairs with justice." Living in a country in which consumerism is the norm, how might you elevate the role of justice in your decision making? Is it just to have regular access to drinking water, but then to waste it unnecessarily, or to purchase items that aren't environmentally friendly? This week, before making a purchase, hopping in your car, turning on the water, or tossing something in the trash, consider, am I contributing to environmental injustice, or am I stewarding God's creation well for everyone, especially the poor?